Everyone wants the reward, but very few are willing to pay the price. People love to talk about success, freedom, and greatness, but when it's time to wake up early, stay focused, and do the work that nobody applauds, most people disappear. That's where discipline steps in. Discipline is not loud. It doesn't beg for attention. It shows up quietly, day after day, especially when excuses feel justified and comfort feels earned. Discipline is choosing what's hard now so life can be easier later. It's doing the work when you're tired, when you're bored, when nobody is watching. It's training your mind to obey your goals instead of your emotions. Anybody can work when they feel inspired. Anybody can push when things are going their way. But discipline shows up when motivation is gone and excuses are loud. This world rewards what most people avoid: early mornings, late nights, repetition, sacrifice. Discipline is reading while others scroll, training while others rest, preparing while others procrastinate. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. And over time, that quiet commitment creates results that look like luck to people who weren't willing to do what you did. Discipline builds trust with yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you grow stronger. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when it's uncomfortable, your confidence rises. Not the loud kind, but the unshakable kind. The kind that doesn't need validation because it's built on consistency. If you're tired of starting over, tired of waiting for motivation, tired of watching others pass you by, this is your reminder. Discipline is the difference. It's doing what others won't today so you can live the life others can't tomorrow. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they stop showing up. They love the idea of success, but they hate the routine that creates it. Discipline is the quiet line that separates those who talk from those who build. If dreamers live in their heads, doers live in their habits. Everyone has goals, but only a few have the discipline to act on them when it's uncomfortable, boring, or inconvenient. Discipline is choosing progress over pleasure. It's saying no to what feels good now for what will feel great later. While most people wait for motivation to strike, disciplined people move anyway. They understand that motivation is emotional, but discipline is intentional. It doesn't care how you feel, it cares about what needs to be done. That mindset is what turns ordinary people into unstoppable ones. Look around and you'll notice a pattern. The people winning are not always the most gifted, but they are the most consistent. They show up early. They stay late. They repeat the process even when no one is watching. While others quit the moment results slow down, disciplined people double down. They understand that consistency compounds, and small actions repeated daily create massive outcomes over time. Discipline also rewires identity. Every disciplined action is a vote for the person you're becoming. Each time you follow through, you stop seeing yourself as someone who tries and start seeing yourself as someone who finishes. That shift changes everything. Confidence grows, doubt fades, excuses lose power. You don't wait for permission anymore, you move with purpose. If this message made you pause, don't scroll past it. Hit the like button to lock this lesson into your mindset, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful motivation that pushes you to stop dreaming and start doing. Most people run from discomfort the moment it shows up. They call it stress, pressure, or bad timing, but the truth is they simply don't want to feel uncomfortable. Discipline works in the opposite direction. It walks straight into the hard things that everyone else avoids. Early mornings, long hours, lonely effort, boring repetition. This is the price most people refuse to pay, and that refusal is exactly why their results stay average. Uncomfortable work is where separation happens. When you do what others won't, you automatically rise above the crowd. While others sleep, you prepare. While others complain, you practice. While others look for shortcuts, you master fundamentals. It doesn't look impressive at first, but over time it creates a gap that cannot be closed easily. People will later call you lucky, gifted, or special, never realizing they refused to do the work you embraced. Discipline trains your mind to stop negotiating with discomfort. Instead of asking how you feel, you ask what is required. That shift is powerful. Feelings change every day. Requirements don't. The moment you stop letting emotions control your actions, you unlock consistency. And consistency is what builds momentum. Momentum is what builds confidence. Confidence is what builds results. Doing the uncomfortable also strengthens self-respect. Every time you face what you wanted to avoid, you prove something to yourself. You prove that you are capable of more than convenience. That proof becomes addictive in a healthy way. You start seeking growth instead of comfort. You stop fearing hard days because you know they are shaping you. Over time, discomfort stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like progress. You recognize it as a sign that you're moving forward, not backward. And while others stay stuck waiting for things to feel easier, you keep climbing because you learned early that comfort never creates greatness. Success doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you've been practicing to become. Discipline is not just about achievements, it's about identity. Most people try to change their life without changing who they are daily. They want new results with old habits. Discipline flips that. It starts shaping you long before the world ever rewards you. Every disciplined action is a mirror showing you the person you're becoming. When you choose discipline consistently, something powerful happens inside. You stop introducing yourself as someone who hopes, tries, or plans. You begin to see yourself as someone who executes. That shift is dangerous in the best way. You no longer wait for permission, validation, or perfect conditions. You move because movement is who you are now. Identity drives behavior far more than motivation ever could. Most people quit because their identity can't support the weight of their goals. They say they want success, but they still identify as someone who avoids effort, hates structure, or needs excitement to stay engaged. Discipline rebuilds identity from the ground up. It teaches you to find pride in consistency, not excitement, in effort, not applause, in preparation, not recognition. Once discipline becomes identity, quitting feels unnatural. Skipping work feels wrong. Cutting corners feels uncomfortable. You don't need external pressure because internal standards are already high. You hold yourself accountable even when no one is watching. That self-respect becomes unbreakable because it's earned, not given. People will notice the change before they understand it. They'll say you're different, calmer, more focused, more confident. They won't see the early mornings, the sacrifices, or the battles you fought in silence. But you'll know, and that knowing becomes fuel. When discipline shapes identity, success becomes a side effect, not the goal. You don't chase results, you attract them because your habits align with your future. And once that alignment locks in, there's no going back. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a resident. Motivation shows up when things feel exciting, when results come fast, when the mood is right. Discipline stays when the excitement fades, when progress slows down, when no one is clapping. Most people build their life around how they feel, and that's exactly why their progress is unstable. Feelings change daily. Discipline doesn't. Consistency is not about intensity, it's about reliability. You don't need to go all out once in a while. You need to show up a little every single day. Discipline understands this. It values small actions repeated over time. While others wait for a surge of motivation, disciplined people keep moving quietly. And that quiet movement compounds into massive results. Motivation makes promises. Discipline keeps them. Motivation says start. Discipline says continue. That difference changes everything. Anyone can begin when energy is high. Very few continue when it's boring, repetitive, or uncomfortable. Discipline trains you to perform even when enthusiasm is gone. That's where real growth lies. Consistency builds trust, not just with others, but with yourself. Every time you show up as planned, you strengthen self-belief. You stop doubting your ability to follow through. You stop relying on emotional highs. You become steady. That steadiness is rare and it's powerful. Over time, people who relied on motivation burn out, while disciplined people keep rising. The disciplined don't move fast at first, but they never stop. And because they never stop, they eventually pass everyone who did. Motivation feels good, but discipline builds lives. And the ones who understand this early don't just succeed. They stay successful because they mastered consistency when others were still waiting to feel ready. Respect is not demanded. It's earned quietly through discipline. Long before rewards show up, before money follows, before recognition arrives, discipline is already paying you in something more valuable: credibility. People may not clap for your effort, but they feel it. They notice the consistency, the standards, the way you carry yourself. Discipline builds a reputation without announcements. Most people chase applause first and discipline later, and that order always fails. When you focus on doing the work right, respect finds you naturally. You don't have to explain yourself. Your habits speak for you. Your preparation speaks for you. Your discipline creates a presence that doesn't need noise. That's why disciplined people walk into rooms differently. They don't need validation because they already validated themselves through action. Rewards come last because they must rest on something solid. Discipline is that foundation. Without it, success becomes fragile. With it, success becomes stable. Discipline teaches you how to handle pressure, responsibility, and expectations without cracking. It prepares you to receive more by teaching you how to manage less first. When you earn respect before rewards, you stay grounded when success finally arrives. You don't rush. You don't flex. You don't lose focus. You understand the process because you lived it. That humility protects your future. It keeps you sharp, hungry, and disciplined even when life gets comfortable. If this message made sense to you, don't let it pass unnoticed. Drop a like to show you, respect the grind, and subscribe to the channel if you're serious about building a mindset that lasts, because discipline doesn't just change outcomes, it changes who you become. And once that change starts, there's no going back.